A.K.I just released for Street Fighter 6. She is the second DLC character after Rashid, and you know what time it is now. It's going to be our first video in our Road to Master series for A.K.I. What we've been doing for the first video for all these characters is basically the first half of the video is going to be a basic overview slash guide of the character. It's not going to cover everything. Obviously, this is day one, so you know, I don't know everything yet, but it'll cover the basics and should be enough to get you started in ranked, and it will actually get me started in ranked as well, because I will then play my placement matches. We're going to try and place in Diamond 1. That's the highest you can place, and we'll maybe play a couple more afterwards if I'm feeling it. And then if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give my thoughts on the character, how I felt I played in those ranked matches, and it should be an overall fun time. Also, one quick thing to note, I haven't really explored Modern in any of the other character overviews because I hadn't actually touched Modern before those first videos, but I have an understanding of Modern now, so we'll also explore Modern if you are interested in trying A.K.I with Modern controls. I know some of you definitely are. So we'll first talk about Classic, and then we'll touch on the differences in Modern and whether I think it's worth it to do Modern over Classic in some situations. Before we get into the guide, just a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. It really does help the channel out a lot. And let's get into this character guide slash overview for A.K.I. So a lot of the characters in this game have a special thing. Juri has her food hot stocks, Jamie has his drinks, you know, Kimberly has his spray cans. A.K.I doesn't have anything up here, but what she does have is a poison mechanic. And at first, it might just look like F.A.N.G's poison from Street Fighter 5, where it slowly drains your life over time. Even if you're blocking, there's some things that can just cause poison if you allow A.K.I to set it up, and you'll slowly lose life. But the big difference is there are different special effects on some of her special moves. I think it's called Toxic Blossom. When you activate the poison, it basically explodes. So if you do her core circle punch special, it will activate a Toxic Blossom if they are poisoned. So you can see the explosion. It basically launches them a bit higher. You know, if you do this heavy punch, you can combo it into a couple of other things. We'll talk about the basic combos in a bit, but if they're not poison, you don't get a follow-up. You just gotta take your Oki. Oki, if you don't know, is knockdown advantage. After this one, you just take your throw mix up. So I showed her quarter circle forward punch special. So that's these ones right here. Talked about the Toxic Blossom. Her quarter circle back special is actually 3 special moves in one. So the first one is a fireball, causes poison if it hits, doesn't cause poison if it's blocked. And you can also slap it with a, I guess a burst is what it's called. You poke it, and I think it makes the radius a little bit longer, and obviously does a little bit more damage. The medium punch version, she does like a pool of poison, and as I showed before, if you're blocking, you still are poisoned no matter what. Basically, you're gonna do a combo and then set it up, and then they're basically going to be stuck in the poison. And then the heavy punch version, it does a bubble. This is mostly used for combos, so if you want to do a jab into that, you can kind of knock them away if you want to zone a little bit more. For her quarter circle forward kick special, it's just a slide. The light one is kind of like a feint. The medium one actually goes decently far. I guess you would use it for Oki. The heavy one side switches. The EX one is strike and projectile invincible, but not throw invincible. So I think this is her only wake up besides supers, but it will get punish counter thrown if your opponent throws you. And just an example, I think the light one is pretty good. If you don't want to parry because you don't want your opponent to gain drive gauge, you can just do this one. Her quarter circle back kick move is pretty interesting too. I think a lot of people thought it was advantaged on block because of a mistranslation in the guide, but they're all -3. Still safe, so it's a pretty good option. You can get a combo on counter hit or punish counter, I'm pretty sure. And then the EX one is plus, and EX one you can change the trajectory if you hold back or forward. But if it punish or if it counter hits, maybe not the light one, but the light one on punish counter, you can get some jabs. The medium one is +3, heavy one is +4. So even without any punish counters, you can get the jabs. And then one last special move is her slithery slide. type move. It basically is kind of like Fang's coward crouch, because you can get a coward crouch move from it by pressing kick. It's mainly used for combos in this game, so you do something like that. In Street Fighter V, this move was plus, so Fang players would just spam it, but obviously you can see it's -3, so it's not going to be used in the same way at all. It's basically only going to be used for combos, unless maybe your opponent is burned out, then you can use it to take your turn. The other follow-up that is really good is this one, the punch one, and you can see it's a punish counter from pretty far away. I'm not reacting that early either. Anti-fireball, and you can see it also activates the poison bomb effect, so you can get an extra damaging combo if they're already poisoned. All right, now we'll talk about her normals and basically the combos that come with them. The basic jab combo, crouch jab 3 times into the heavy one. This is also your 4 frames. Stand jab is 5 frames. It has a target combo if you press it twice. Not really sure of the purpose currently, because I feel like it's kind of the same thing as just doing 2 jabs. Stand leg kick goes a little bit farther, I think, than the other two. The other two seem to have the same range. But if you get like a counter hit, you could go into something like that. But yeah, I think this is your main bread and butter combo. And then when it explodes, you could just do this off of 2 jabs. I think if you're too far, you might have to do the medium one. And then you can set up the poison cuddle. Actually, you can see I was +2 right there. There is a more damaging route, but you don't get any kind of setup. I think you do drive rush medium into coward crouch into light. So that's a little bit more damage if you want to cash out, but if not, you don't need to go for it. You can just go for something simple. For no meter, you can do 2 jabs into the light one. Send them far away, maybe set up the puddle. Her stand medium kick is used for combos mostly, I'm pretty sure. You can see it's +6, so you can go into this stand medium punch. Stand medium punch, you also just go into this heavy launcher, same idea for the combos right there. Stand heavy punch, you get a target combo, hit confirmable target combo that also activates the poison and also explodes to get a follow-up. So it's very complicated in terms of her combos. You gotta kind of learn all the routes based on if they have the explosion in them or not, and if they're in the corner or not. There's also more optimal routes, but over time I'm sure it'll get easier. Obviously day one, it's not going to be in everyone's muscle memory or in their brains to know every single combo for every situation. Stand heavy kick used for combos as well. You can go into coward crouch from it, into 2 jabs, I guess, into this. You can see this is your main ender a lot of the times. So as long as you know the enders or combos from this explosion, I feel like in most cases you'll be pretty good. I also forgot one thing from her coward crouch. You can throw. I feel like this is kind of just like a meme move though. Like your opponent really shouldn't let you ever get this close, but it is pretty funny and does a decent amount of damage. Some other normals, she has forward heavy punch, some good range on that, and crouch heavy kick. And the good thing about both of these, you can hit confirm them into super, having nice hit confirmable heavy buttons. It's pretty good to just close out the round or get a nice chunk of damage when you need it from a really good poke. In terms of her drive rush is actually amazing in my opinion. She might have arguably the best fireball drive rush in the game, because she has a normal fireball unlike Jury. Jury's like other fireballs can kind of nullify it and stop it, but A.K.I can really easily follow up behind it. She can even do her slide if she doesn't want to spend the bar and she's super far. From what I can tell, doing drive rush jab is good. Drive rush stand medium punch is good because it really carries the momentum. Drive rush stand medium kick is also good, +2. Drive rush crouch medium kick, like kind of any button you choose is going to be good as well. I also forgot to mention this move is +2. So it's going to be great for pressure and just for getting in off of a drive rush fireball. And the combos are also pretty simple. Off of any jab you can do crouch medium punch since you're +8, so you just do this Off of crouch BM kick, guess what? You're +8. Off of overhead, she has an overhead down forward medium punch. You're +7, so not quite +8. And your stand medium punch is 6 frames, so you can combo that. Guess what? You can do this. And this one you're mostly going to be using in the middle of combos. The driver stand medium kick is +10. That means you can stand heavy kick. So you might do something like this for like a full conversion. In terms of her supers, obviously level 1s. You can just combo off of jabs. Any super you can do this, right? You can do it off of crouch heavy kick confirm, forward heavy punch confirm. In the corner after this, you can do drive rush heavy kick into coward crouch into them. I'm not confident this is like the optimal route because there's a bunch of variations on it, but this is something you can do in the corner. Some good combos into level 2. Trial combo is this. You basically do EX fireball into the stab, and since it's an EX move, you can do the heavy version of level 2. Actually, there's different strengths of level 2. The light one leaves your puddle closer. You can see it basically causes a poison for a very long time. Boom. Boom. And level 3, I've showed it off quite a decent amount of times. Your basic combo into level 3, pretty easy to remember. For drive impact combos, I've seen people do this. It starts the poison, 27-12 damage on that. What I've been mostly doing is the stand heavy kick into this. Doesn't take any meter. But I guess the corner carry on the other one is kind of crazy, and you still get the poison, of course. So if you need the corner carry, I feel like that combo is pretty good for 1 drive gauge. In the corner, I've seen this work where you do the heavy bubble, and then you get the stab. And actually, after the explosion stab, you can also get level 1 because it bounces you a bit higher. Some good anti-airs. I'm pretty sure this is invincible from frame 1, this heavy one, but the angle is a bit weird. It's not gonna work when they're like directly over your head. It's gotta be like a pretty normal angle. Stand heavy kick also works. Crouch heavy kick I'm pretty sure also works. Actually, maybe this is a thing. I never tried that, but that seems good on counter hit if you can confirm the counter hit somehow. And then a good shimmy combo. I've been doing this to the heavy punchy punches. +4, you can do this. And then you're probably wondering how to set this up. I think it's mostly after some combos, like if it explodes, you can set one up and be plus. And you might be also wondering what's the point of setting this up when they're already poisoned. And you'll understand when you see what I think that is a max damage stun combo. It's because he explodes twice. This wouldn't happen if you didn't set the puddle here, right? If he was just poisoned, he wouldn't explode twice, but because he gets poisoned again by the puddle after the first explosion, he's actually able to explode again after the first one. All right, and we'll quickly talk about modern A.K.I. I want to start doing a modern section for all of these new characters that come out, since I know a lot of you guys play modern. I think modern A.K.I is actually amazing from what I can tell. She doesn't seem to lose very much. She has pretty much all of her important special moves. On the special move button, the back one is fireball, the down one is I think the medium version of the punches. She has her anti-air on the forward one, and of course EX versions for all of them as well. So fast input fireball, fast answer to fireballs yourself, and a fast anti-air. I feel like these are all very good strengths for a modern character to have. And she still has the other versions of the quarter circle forward punch move just by doing quarter circle forward in a button. She has all the versions of these by doing quarter circle back and those. So that means that she loses the light and heavy version of this, which isn't too important if you think about it. The heavy one is used for some combos, like I said before, but this is like the utility run one, right? Where you just want to get over a fireball. And then she also loses her light and heavy version of slide. So Neutral specialist slide. Obviously she doesn't have access to it because core circle forward button is this move, and that one's way more important. But I don't think the other two versions of slides seem too important. These ones seem like what you need. Okay, so crouching gives you the coward crouch, and standing gives you the punch, and then you can still do the grab, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not. Okay, if you do back and the button, you get grabbed. So she still actually does have this move as well. The only light button she loses, I'm pretty sure, is stand leg kick, which is good because it has longer range than the other ones, but it doesn't seem too important for combos. So you can still do all the same combos as before. You just obviously have to use the motions, or you can actually use a special move button as well. So if you can just do this combo, you're pretty solid. I feel like you might have to do the motion for the follow-up. The only medium button she loses is crouch medium punch, I'm pretty sure, which is also good because of the range. But in terms of combos, like anytime she's +8, she can still do her stand medium punch, which is her assist medium. It should combo into the same thing. She still has stand medium kick, which is her normal drive rush combo starter. Stand heavy kick is still there. It's her assist in heavy. She still has her heavy target combo, which is, you know, really good because it explodes as well as the poison. She loses forward heavy punch. You get the forward heavy kick instead. Yeah, she has forward heavy kick instead of the forward heavy punch. And I think forward heavy punch is also a good button, but not necessary. In my opinion, she loses like some good buttons that aren't totally necessary. So it seems like the pros could outweigh the cons in some situations where you need those reactions. And if you skip to this modern section looking for like modern specific combos, you might just want to watch the rest of the video, because all the modern combos are pretty much the same as the original combos, I feel like. It's just in some cases when, you know, you wanted to do the crouch medium punch, I feel like you just gotta do stand medium punch instead. If you really only want to use a special move button and not the motions, probably this is the best. And then you can do like stand medium kick into the stand medium punch into it as well. Still gonna have to do the input for coward crouch to get those ones, but I mean, I feel like that should get you decently far as long as you can find some ways to combo into super. I guess that wouldn't work unless you're in the corner. But yeah, overall, I think modern A.K.I looks pretty good. Let me know, modern warriors, what else you would like to see in this kind of section in the future, because obviously I've done a lot more guides for the classic ones, but not so much the modern ones. All right, so that's going to do it for our character overview / guide for A.K.I. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that section, and now we're going to get into our placement matches. I feel like we know a decent amount. We're going to try and get diamond. Let's get into it.
Challenger.
Whoops, that's not coward crouch. Combo. Oh, that's plus. You don't know that? You should know this. A.K.I's been out for a while now. Optimal.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, what? Interesting.
To a fatal decree. Farewell.
Maybe? Yeah, I wasn't sure. Oh, chance. that hit? I did medium. I was scared away to hit.
Here comes a new challenger.
Sheesh. Fireball. I have a super. Super. Fireball. Drive rush. Fireball. 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 Bro, I thought they fixed that. Bro, I don't know what button to press. I tried jab and it got whiff punish. I tried crouch medium punch. Got stuffed.
Comes a new challenger.
Oh wow, what a surprise.
Here comes a new challenger.
I did the wrong super. Eee! It's scary. Well, he is going ham.
Increase the dosage to a fatal degree. Farewell.
A.K.I wins. Here comes a new challenger.
I swear. Nah, that round was clean. I can feel the run DP coming. What the? Oh, Justin Wong? Bro, he has a 30 win streak. That's actually cheating, though. It's not my fault if I lose. Bruh. Oh, nah, he knows stuff. Oh, my God. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait, he's not dead? What the? What the? Yeah. Well, I keep trying to do the anti-air. Wait, that that pauses a timer? Alright, this is after we finished all the other characters and got our random to master, so hide the spoilers right there. Today with A.K.I we got Diamond 1 and we got 19,791 points, I'm pretty sure. So about 5,000 points left in the climb with A.K.I. In terms of how I feel about the character, I feel like she's pretty complicated in her combo routes mostly. You really need to know like the different explosion combos, and it's definitely going to take a while to optimize her. I can definitely see her being a pretty strong character. Like her fireball into drive rush already seems like it might be the best in the game. Just the way that you can follow behind it with her drive rush. She seems like she has pretty good buttons, but I can't really tell because I'm not used to them as well yet. But as I get used to them more, I'll know more for sure. Specifically the anti-airs I'm not used to at all yet. Because they're different buttons than like I use on my other characters, so definitely gonna have to take a bit to get used to that. I think once you get more comfortable with her and optimize her a bit more, she could definitely be a very scary zoner type character. I'm not sure if she could deal with Guile because I don't think you can do her coward crouch into punch on reaction against sonic booms, but against other fireball characters I could definitely see her having a good matchup against them. Leave a like down below if you liked the video, leave a comment saying what you thought of the content, and hit that subscribe button down below. Really helps the channel out a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.